Hello friends, here we are updating again the prediction that I made for NVIDIA. We'll also be doing the corresponding update for Tesla in this video, so I invite you all to watch my previous video so you know the context of my predictions, how to read them, how to actually interpret the charts, each and every circle, what they mean, and so you can also know that this is no joke. This is 100% legit. I make these predictions every month before the month even begins, and I publish it in the first days of the month. So there's no room for excuses. Each and every circle, each prediction is very accurate, extremely accurate. This time we are remaining on the 100% accuracy range. And NVIDIA, it's basically like half the month already. We're on July 15, the day of the recording of this video, so it's very accurate, it's very surprising, and it's very juicy because lots of profits to be made with NVIDIA as always. And we'll start this update on July 8, let's say July 8. Like I said, we've been covering this developing in real time in the past videos, so you need to watch them so you can know how the analysis of the previous updates. Okay, so let's begin on July 8. We had this green circle, an uptrend, and that's exactly what happened, but it was not really that strong, especially compared to the first green circle that we got here. What we got was a very powerful uptrend, but then it kind of collapsed, and we closed on a higher position than the one we started, but very slightly. It's not really that powerful, not really that significant, that uptrend. Now on July 9, we got a yellow circle, which means either volatility or range. We got kind of a mix of the two. We can see the volatility right here, a collapse and a corresponding impulse, a recovery. We also close on a similar position than the one we started, slightly on the uptrend, but definitely a yellow circle right here, the 9. Now the next day corresponds to this green circle, the red circle, 10 or 11. Let's see what happens on the date of 10 of July. We got more like a yellow day. The price really didn't do much. It was a slight uptrend on that day. So the real deal happened the day next, which is July 11. You can see this is a massive, very powerful, very strong downtrend. Consecutive red candles. They are very big, lots of volume, lots of selling in this period, these hours. And the price then tries to recover. There are some significant green candles, but it's not enough, and the price continues to go down, and we close on a much lower position than the one we started. Much lower. This is insane. It's such a big downtrend, and I predicted this in this red circle. So again, this is 100% correct, guys. I'm not kidding you. The next day we have 12. And corresponds to this green circle. Remember, this day was also shared with this one, so 11 was a shared day by two circles. And what that usually means is that the price is either going to do nothing, like a nothing burger, like kind of what we saw on the day of July 10, or could also be extremely volatile, which is what we saw in this case. The volatility in the first hours of July 11 was insane. Now, like I said, July 12. Let's see where the day starts. Start right here. Powerful and consistent uptrend. The price kind of collapsed in the final hours, but nonetheless, it was a much higher position than the one we started. You can see right here that basically we kind of recover from the powerful downtrend that we got on July 11, kind of halfway, not really that much of a recovery, but nonetheless it was a green day, exactly like I predicted. And finally we got July 15, which is the day of the recording of this video. Again, we see a day shared by two circles, green and red. And like I said, this usually means lots of volatility or range. And we got more like a volatile day. We saw that the price begins right here and does nothing but going downwards until it ends, and that's basically what we got for today. So this green circle, at least for 15th of July, was engulfed by this red circle. Let's see if there's some kind of a uptrend, kind of an impulse energy for the next day, which is tomorrow. But the prediction so far remains 100% accurate. The next days could also be kind of troublesome because we got a red circle for either 17 or 18, and we got a green circle by 20 or 21. So this will not be market day, so we'll have to see this energy either affects the preceding days, which is going to be Friday, or will kind of alter what we will see on Monday, which has a red circle on the 22. So that's what we got for NVIDIA. Now let's check out Tesla. Again, this is also 100% accurate. It has some similarities with NVIDIA, but there's also some significant differences. Again, we'll start this this update on July 8th. And we got a day shared by two circles. So this red circle has consecutive days, 7 and 8. And of course, July 7 is not a market day. So let's see if the energy remains for that day, which is July 8. We also share, like I said, with this green circle, an uptrend. And what we got is that July 8 was an uptrend, a clear uptrend with some volatility in it, because you can see the price plummets but remains in a higher position than the one we started the day. So this green circle engulfed the red one in regards to July 8, but you can see still the red energy, especially held in basically after the 10 hour. This is so powerful. This is so accurate. I'm always surprised by this, because even when you think that it's over, like for instance right here, the price just continues to go up, then just plummets kind of unexpectedly. But if you take into account these predictions, it's not really that unexpected. That's a lot of volatility to be taken into account for that day. So that was July 8. Now let's see what happens on July 9. We got a red circle, 9 or 10. So 9, you can clearly see it's an uptrend. It's a very powerful uptrend. The price kind of does nothing for the rest of the day. There's some range in these final hours, but nonetheless, it was a very impressive uptrend. We are continuing the trend of Tesla recovering, so this is very significant in the big picture. Now on July 10 we got another uptrend, which is not really that powerful, actually, to be very honest. Not really that impressive, that uptrend, but it's still nonetheless an uptrend. We finished the day on a higher, yet slightly position than the one we started. That day, July 10, was shared also by this green circle, which is, we got a share day. And what ended up happening is that this green circle engulfed the energy of the previous circle for the day of July 10. Now the next day is July 11. It is a very powerful downtrend. This is identical to what happened with NVIDIA. And you guys know that I always like to say, and I always like to remind you all, that NVIDIA is the largest stock in the world, and NVIDIA is the most important stock in the world. So whatever happens with NVIDIA will reverberate in most other stocks, especially those related to technology. Lots of synchronicities and synergies with NVIDIA and the rest of all stocks. That's what we got for July 11. Now the next day is a single day with a single circle with a single day, July 12, and that's an uptrend. And that's exactly what we got. Look at this. Very powerful, fierce green candle, very powerful. And the day is a clear uptrend. The price kind of stops for the last half hours of the day, but it was nonetheless a very powerful uptrend. We finished we closed the day on a much higher position. Again, exactly like I predicted. You got it right here, July 12. And the final day we'll be covering today in this update is July 15. And we got this for Tesla, a yellow circle, which is alternative days. We have 15 or 16, and what we got is some volatility on the downtrend. Yeah, it was a downtrend. We finished the day on a lower position than the one we started, but really not that low. Anyways, that's what happens with yellow circles. It's either very hard to determine because the trend is going to be extremely volatile or very rangish. Those days are usually the best for scalping, so people that do scalping in those hours are gonna have some profits. But that's all I have for you guys for today. That's all I got. Tesla and NVIDIA, both predictions are 100% correct. Extremely accurate, extremely powerful. And my Bitcoin prediction is also 100% correct, but all the people that watch my crypto channel will already know by now what I'm talking about. Anyways, that's all I have for today, and I invite you all to subscribe, like, and share, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take care.